the supercalifragilisticexpialidocious guys, Coon Prairie Ramblers, back here in living color, ready for segment 4.
Can you spell that?
Supercalifragilisticexpialidocious? Oh, no.
I could if I wrote it down.
Spelling.
I could do it if I wrote it down.
No, I can do Mississippi.
You ever seen the kids that write as they're doing the spelling bee with their hands? Like,
not for a while.
That's
You're
what
right, I
I
forgot about that.
Anyhow, what time is it, kids?
It ain't howdy doody time. It ain't howdy. It's time for the infamous F-bomb to fall. So, boys and girls, I hope you're ready to meet your maker, because here she comes.
One of the mouse died.
Yeah.
We killed the mouse.
Ooh, that's the Arctic blast. Not the
That's that breeze you get when you eat that 5 gum.
We survived.
Yeah.
We survived. What is our what if today, Brother Kenneth?
What if you could somehow avoid ever hearing a certain sound the rest of your life that grates on your nerves so bad that you don't ever want to hear it again? Or what if there was a sound that is so soothing to you or so pleasant to you that you would want to be able to just bring it to mind anytime you feel like it? You could actually, hear it.
In your mind, you could hear it. Nobody else could hear it.
Yeah.
I don't know.
It's a sound. The sound is a sound that I make that I wish I'd never hear again.
We're afraid to ask what that is. We don't need a demonstration now. Don't be working anything up for us.
Actually, it's a sound that I do out of nervousness or something, or a click or something. It's a like that, or like that.
I've never heard that.
Well, because sometimes I hide it. I used to be a mental health case manager.
Good thing you added manager to that.
And I remember there was this one lady that she was my client, and I'd be taking her to her psychiatrist.
Sure.
And she said, "Mel, you're making that sound again." And she said, "What's wrong, Mel? Are you nervous? Are you, things are life's piling up?" She'd be psychoanalyzing me.
And you're saying what sound, right?
Oh, I said. So I'd get on it. I said, "Yeah, I do this when Anyway, it's just what do you call that thing? Where it's a
tick.
A tick. It's sort of a tick, but I've controlled it. Sometimes my wife hears it because, but it really irritates me that I do that. And
you blurt it out, or just
no? It's just
it's not part of a conversation.
Yeah, no. It's when I'm deep in thought or
Hey.
Things.
She hears you doing it in your sleep. She's going to slap you awake. What are you doing? What are you dreaming about? Whack, whack, whack.
Well, if I'm doing that while we're in bed, that's a good thing then.
Yeah, as long as she's part of it.
Okay, what's your soothing sound?
The soothing sound?
Bacon frying?
Oh, the soothing. Hey. Oh, no. The wind blowing through the willows.
Australian pines.
Yeah.
That's the best place wind can blow through.
Sir.
It's got a very distinct sound.
Oh, my goodness.
You know that when you hear it.
Put you to sleep.
We grew up around Australian pines.
Okay, and second to that, or maybe first to that, or maybe
third,
fourth, is being at the beach. You got your eyes closed, and the waves are coming.
Lapping at the shore.
One night, when I was working construction, when I first moved down here 30-some years ago,
you woke up on the beach.
I was working on Fort Myers Beach, and we had construction guys. We had a beach house, and while we was working on a condo down the beach, and this is really neat. And then one day I think I'm going to go out and fall asleep on the beach.
Yeah, and careful, the tide don't roll in while you're there.
The tide did come in. I'm thinking, my hand's getting wet, my butt's getting wet. But anyway, just hearing that, maybe that's number one. I'm not sure. That's mine.
That's yours.
That's my story. I'm sticking with it.
My number one irritating sound is anything being drug across concrete.
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah, I hate that. Like metal or
it gets to you.
Concrete, I can't stand that. It just irritates me.
Yeah.
I have one of my sons can't stand you to squeak styrofoam like a cup. He'll
that's it for him. It does it for him, huh?
Oh, he just goes out of his mind.
That's
and
weird.
I'd say the most there's several soothing sounds, but we used to have an alarm clock. It would wake you up to about 12 different sounds that you could select from.
Really?
And one of them was like thunderstorm. One of them was
That's
like
pretty cool.
waves lapping, rain.
Yeah.
Just different. And those are so pleasant. I mean,
You wake up very calm.
yeah, it doesn't just, whoa, what's that?
All of a
You
sudden,
know?
a boom, big crash of
Yeah.
thunder will wake you up.
But I would think that I would like to hear a thunderstorm. It's almost like taking a pill to me to be in a storm. You know, not necessarily outside standing on the fence.
No.
But to be in the house and it's really raining hard and the wind is blowing, I love it. I mean that's
Yeah.
sleeping
Yeah.
weather. I mean,
yeah.
but I also like the real quiet. I don't like total quiet.
Yeah.
I'm not as bad as some people, but I usually have some sort of ambient sounds around the house.
How about crickets?
Even if I'm not watching TV, I usually have a TV on just for that, to break this. Have you ever done it at your house? Just turned everything off and sit in a total silence?
Then you have clocks ticking and everything else.
I do that when my wife and daughter are away. I'll turn
And
all the
you
lights off,
enjoy that?
turn everything off, and I love it. I'll just
like
sit
the
there.
silence.
I don't like it.
Yeah,
I don't like it. And the other thing I don't like is if I'm trying to study,
yeah,
I cannot study in total silence.
yeah,
Really?
I need a radio going or something.
That distracts me.
yeah.
It doesn't
I don't
me.
mind normal
Yeah.
sounds.
It
going
kind
on,
of
but-
centers me.
You know, if I'm trying to read something and the family's talking, and the talk gets to where I can't focus, and I'll start reading out loud so I
Really?
can hear myself. You know,
What about
Be
you?
careful what you're reading.
What do you like, Luke?
I don't know.
Or don't like?
What do I
Surely
don't?
there's something you don't like.
What do I don't
your
like?
wife's snoring.
I don't like when the phone rings because nobody calls to talk anymore. When the phone rings, it's somebody wanting something on the other end.
Uh-oh.
Always,
Quit calling
they're
them.
wanting.
Yeah.
People don't. No, when you
Note
call to
yourself.
talk, that's one thing.
Yeah.
But nobody seems to do that
That's
anymore.
on the landline, or that's your cell phone.
Well, nobody ever calls my cell phone. I should
Okay.
get my number out over
I
the
do.
air here. Nobody's going to hear it. Nobody would call me anyway. But I've got it on my Facebook page. Nobody ever calls, but that's okay. I got the message. I know they don't want to talk to me. That's okay.
Yeah.
My wife collects wind chimes, so we have a lot of them metal wind chimes and them
man.
wooden ones that kind of
Yeah.
clunk. And she got them hanging under the carport, some on the back porch, some on the front porch. I mean, if she goes before I do, I'm throwing them in the hole with her. But once in a while, when there's like a small breeze or whatever, and they get to tinkling and clunking softly, that's a pleasant sound. But when it's going like crazy out there or whatever, it's something you don't want to be in the middle
I don't
of.
like it when it's just going crazy, but to have just a couple of wind chimes and a light breeze, I enjoy
Right.
that.
And they're two different tones. One's
Yeah,
higher, one's
right,
lower,
yeah.
and they kind of intermingle.
Yeah.
Those are actually pretty cool. I don't mind that. So
My wife has a bunch of wind chimes, but she can't stand noise when she's sleeping. So if she can hear the wind chimes, she goes and takes the wind chimes down.
we've
then
got
hangs
so
up the
many
next
of them.
day.
It take her an hour to get all the ones down at my
Yeah.
house.
One day she can't stand to hear crickets cricking when she's trying to sleep.
Cricket's doing what?
Cricketing.
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 How, what is
Playing
cricketing?
cricket.
Chirping.
They're out there, you
Do
know.
they rub their leg together? Do
Like
they?
this. Rub their arms
Well,
together.
one night this cricket was driving her crazy right outside our window, and the window was, was open. It's summertime, so she goes out there, and all of a sudden,
In the middle of the night.
she's in the middle of the night in her nightgown or her whatever she's sleeping
Get your
in.
clothes on, Ethel.
And she's spraying the wall down, and then the spray comes in the window on me.
Hey,
And
Kim,
what are you doing?
hey, did you quit cricketing?
From outside, she's saying, "I can't stand this cricket."
She's trying to stop him rubbing his legs together.
Yeah.
She's
I said, well,
down.
you're
Stop that.
dousing me. Then.
You're making that noise and rubbing your legs together. What do you think you are, cricket? You know you can tell the temperature with a cricket?
Yeah.
You
No.
listen to the chirps within 14 seconds, and you add 40 to that, and that'll give you the temperature.
The government spent thousands of dollars to
Yeah.
figure that out, right?
Exactly. No, that's true.
Yeah.
That is
Wow.
true.
You know, you said, both of you, that you don't like sounds or music or TV when you're reading or studying or something
Yeah.
like that.
Yeah.
But I'm the opposite,
I gotta
and
focus.
I can, and it's a form of self-hypnosis, but it's not a form of self-hypnosis where you say, I'm going to hypnotize myself. But I can get into a book to the point that I can't hear anything else, even though it's going on. As long as it's a steady tone. But then, 'cause I've had Kathy call my name, and I didn't hear her. And finally, after 3 or 4, can I?
Wow.
And then I'm just so hyper focused, and then, I think that's one of the things about people with ADHD is not that you can't focus. You just focus so much on everything. You're all over the place.
Wow.
But when you do center in on one thing, you're hyper focused on that one thing. I mean, it's just like pinpointed on that. You can't hear the other things around you. So
one of the ones you mentioned is also what I like, Rolling Thunder.
yeah.
Especially when it's distant.
Oh yeah, and it just goes on.
It's very muffled and it rolls and rolls and rolls.
Yeah.
I enjoy that a lot.
Tater wagons.
Tater wagons, yeah.
Yeah, you hear the tater wagons coming to town.
Well, they say the angels are up there bowling again, or the devil's beating his wife. I mean, all that racket. You hear all kinds of stuff.
But to me, I think absence of any sounds whatsoever is one of the worst.
It can be too still.
Yeah, one of the worst things in the world.
Then you can hear all of your appliances humming, and
It's a good thing when you're dead. You're dead. You won't hear it.
You won't know it either.
You won't know it.
you don't know. We don't know. Nobody's ever been dead and came back except Jesus, and he didn't say nothing about it. But or Lazarus, they should have.
I
asked
think
him.
that sensory deprivation is some of the worst tortures that you can do to people.
Yeah.
And so, you put somebody in a dark room or a silent room, and
I have tinnitus. I mean, I can hear it right now.
I can now that you said it.
Yeah.
I hear his.
Thank
Can
you.
you hear mine? I mean, sometimes I can ignore it and I don't hear it, but it's there. It's always there.
Yeah.
Wow.
And
I can always hear it.
Yeah.
Do you
But-
hear
and
what
then-
I'm-
especially now that you
Now
said
I hear
something about it,
Now
yeah.
it's really loud because I'm talking
Yeah,
about
it's
it.
the same thing with floaters. I don't notice the floaters in my eyes. And all of a sudden I look at one and I see it, and all of a sudden, oh gosh, there's
You ever be trying to do something, real fine tuned, and then all of a sudden a floater gets in your way?
You brought
Yeah.
it to mind, and that's all. It looks like amoebas up there.
I
swimming
always
around in front
think
of
it's
your
a
eyeball.
spider running across the wall.
Well, we're going to have to run across the wall and get on out of here our own selves. It's been good being with you all this week, but we're going to have to shut down and come back next week. Brother Kenneth, what is our frequency?
1480 on your AM radio dial. WFLN, Arcadia's news and information station.